Guardians, what's going on everyone? Sly here, and thanks for checking out another Dawning Reset Guide. 4 more days until Christmas, y'all, and if you haven't finished your shopping yet, man, don't even feel bad. I just started yesterday. Which, by the way, quick note, if you're an Amazon Prime member, today is the cutoff day for Prime deliveries. So if you don't buy by today, you're not going to get it in time for Christmas. Just an FYI real quick. Anyway, I hope everyone out there is enjoying SRL as well as the revamped strikes. Tanics, pretty fun, especially at the end. And guys, it's been so long since I've even been in the Nexus strike, it seems like it's almost brand new. Anyways, my goal for today is to try to speed things up a little bit, so let's hop on in and do the damn thing. It's Tuesday, December 20th, and this is your Destiny, the Dawning Weekly Reset Guide. It's freshly 4 a.m. here in North Carolina, and as you can see, things literally just refreshed. So let's hop into the Crucible first and see what we have served up this week. So, for our first weekly playlist, Doubles. Nice. 2v2 elimination style gameplay. Following that, one of my favorite playlists ever, Mayhem Clash. It's a 6v6 playlist ramped up to 20. Tons of fun, and as usual, we have elimination up here in the middle, chillaxing at the top, holding things down until the Trials comes back online Friday. Alright guys, next up, let's quickly check out the raids. First, looking at the Wrath of the Machine and its challenge, get ready to face Axis this week. The good old don't slam too early or too late challenge. And then moving over to the Dreadnought in Kingsfall, we have another end boss, Oryx, as Kingsfall's challenge this week. So, moving along here, our next stop is over to the Nightfall. First, let's hit up these modifiers though. As usual, we have our buddy Epic here up first, heavily shielded, highly aggressive, enemies appear in great numbers. After that, Berserk, enemies won't flinch even after massive damage. Next, one of my favorites, Small Arms, primary weapon damage is favored, followed by one of my least favorites, Match Game. Enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage, and then closing us out here, Airborne, players deal more damage while in the air. Seems like a pretty easy week, so let's hop in and see what we're up against.
The House of Devils marked you as public enemy number 1 after you trashed their prime servitor, but your old friend
Sepix Perfected, my man! This dude refuses to die, and for that, he has my respect. Anyways, this Nightfall, y'all, should be pretty easy. Just take your time, stick to that far left room when you get to the end fight, and make sure you get rid of those certain enemies with those shields. But remember, if you don't match up with the element, it's going to take you forever to get rid of those shields. So make sure you guys bring like a plethora of weapons just to make sure. It's not a hard Nightfall, but I just think it's going to tack on an extra 5 to 10 minutes of just shooting those shields. Okay, our next look is at the weekly Heroic playlist and its modifiers for the week as well. As usual, we start off with Epic's little brother, Heroic. Enemies appear in greater numbers and are more aggressive. After that, Void Burn, void damage from any source is greatly increased. Followed by Brawler, Guardian melee damage is greatly increased, and then bringing up the rear for this week, Chaff, player radar is disabled. Now, just so you all know, SRL counts as your Crucible match for the week if you want your treasure and legendary marks. Also, don't forget to grab your Dawning treasure from the weekly Heroic playlist as well. Alright, ladies and gents, that wraps us up what we needed in orbit. So next up, the good old tower and my daily presents. I'll take strange coins all day, as well as a worm spore. I've been getting a lot of worm spore this week. Oh yeah, by the way, in my Dawning Reset Guide last week, which went over all the changes for this festival as well as the weekly stuff, I forgot to mention that the bounty robot also carries elite strike bounties you can complete along with the main ones you get from Zavala, so grab those bad boys as well. Also, 2 quick things, I've had a ton of people message me about where people are grabbing these floating lanterns from, like literally every day. It's kind of weird, but they stopped now though, because I'm sure people have already figured it out. But just in case you don't know, all you have to do is simply walk over to the left and right of these tower balconies and just grab it. There's nothing special, and no, if someone told you there's a hidden consumable, they're lying. It's not that. I've had like 3 messages asking me where to get the consumable to make these appear. So, it's not that. Balcony, hit X, you pick it up, square, whatever it is, and you're good to go. Also, last week, yes, I know I meant to say a Mobius instead of crappy auto rifle. I make ton of small mistakes like that when it's like 4 in the morning. My bad. And yes, I do know the name of the crappy auto rifle. It's called the Fabian Strategy, even though I was supposed to be talking about the Mobius. Anyways, just wanted to address the 2 main messages I received last week. There was a bunch of them for some reason, but oh yeah, last thing, you can now buy Worm Spore. I also forgot to say that last week as well. All you have to do is head over to the Vanguard vendor and you'll see Worm Spore down here at the bottom. Those are the things I forgot last week. My bad. But moving on, let's check out the vendors. Now this week, those presents must have been getting those guys like way confused. Now, just because some present freebies are handing out the occasional Worm Spore, these guys must think that we're rich in it, because New Monarchy as well as Dead Orbit are both accepting Worm Spore for Reputation, which I haven't seen since, Rise of Iron came out. I think I'll hang on to my measly 22 Worm Spore right now, but Future War Cult, they're accepting Spirit Bloom. Now, as we walk down the stairs, we basically fall right into the lap of Amanda. So let's check out these bounties, and even though they refresh pretty quickly and are pretty much the same as last week, we might as well check it out, right? Anyways, first up, complete 10 RSRL bounties. Next, speed bumps. Kill 5 enemies on the track, and then threading the needle. Hit 15 gates back to back. And then finally, Trick Rider, complete 10 tricks while racing. Tricks are emotes, rolls, and flips while you're in the air. But that about does it for the Lady of the Skies. P.S. And by the way, fun fact of the day, did you know Amanda has a fake leg? Check it out. Alright, Guardians, next stop is over to the Hall of the Vanguards and on top of the desk of Zavala. He has his elite bounties back, and Strike Elite is first. Earn gold, silver, or bronze tier achieved medals. You're going to need 9 of those total. Next, Sunrise. Earn a gold tier achieved medal in the Nightfall before time expires. And then Clean Up finishes us off. Get 150 enemy kills with your fire team during a Siva Crisis Heroic Strike to earn Brutal Efficiency. You need 3 of those to finish it out. And like I said earlier, don't forget about those daily bounties as well. And finally, guys, our last stop here at the tower is over to our homeboy Shax and his Crucible bounties for the week. As you probably guessed by now, it's back to basics. Exercise your skill in the Clash match type. 7 matches complete, 50 primary kills, 25 assists, and then 25 ability kills as well. And that, my friends, seals the deal. Okay, well, we're done here at the tower. Next stop, over to the Iron Temple. And also, in case you're wondering, I looked at the speaker. I didn't see any max rolls on any of the class items for any character, which is kind of a bummer. And since we're pretty much done with the relevant stuff for the Dawning, let's see if I can speed this up a little bit. So first, at the temple, we're checking out Shiro and his inventory. As usual, bounties are first, and we start with Crushing Blows. Use the Iron Battle Axe or enemy weapons to score kills. Next is Stay Down, defeat Fallen, and then we have 2 Archon Forge bounties, Archon Forge Captains, and then we have Archon's Forge Vandals. You need 4 wins in each of those. Scrolling down to the class items, we're going to start with the Manlock. We have Fellwinter's Iron Bond at 3133, Discipline Strength. For the Titan, Silimar's Iron Sash, 3134, Discipline Strength. And finally, the best cloak ever, Galeon's Mantle at 3334, Intellect Strength. So, heading up the hill to Tyro, we have another big artifact boost with the Memory of Fellwinter. 201 and 129 Discipline Strength. That's the first time I think I've ever seen anything over 200. Next, we have Memory of Scory at 106 Discipline, and then Perun here at 75-78 Intellect Strength. And with that, it wraps up our stay here at the temple. So, let's teleport over to the reef and to Boo Boo Petra. Now, she has her own full stack of bounties finally, however the first 3 are the same as they've always been. First up, Take the Wanted. This week is Hunting for Baroness Greyris on Venus. Next, kill 12 named or consumed Fallen Hive Cabal or Vex on Mars. And then we have my favorite, kill 100 taken. The 3 new ones are Queen's Grace, Queen's Treasure, and Queen's Eye. Queen's Grace is the Gen 15 Orbs of Light in a Strike playlist, any Strike playlist by the way. Then Queen's Treasure is to open the chest in a level 41 Prison of Elders match, and then Queen's Eye is to kill 30 taken with headshots. Now the only thing I really want from the Queen right now is the ship. And I don't mean like the pointy Hildian Seeker type ship, I mean the original OG, like the very first Queen's Wrath ship ever. That's my goal, but I haven't seen it in like 3 years, so I think I'm a little SOL on that one. Anyways, over to Barrack's side of things, we have a Light Show, Gen 100 Orbs, with your team in a level 41 PoE or the Challenge. Next, kill a bunch of enemies in level 41 PoE or the challenge, and then we have use arc abilities to kill 30 enemies in the prison or the challenge. And finally, the mystery bonus modifier this week is, drumroll, super kill bonus. Super kills are worth more points. Alright guys, and our final stop, you guessed it, to the Court of Oryx. This week's Tier 3 Court of Oryx boss is Mini Crota, and that, my awesome friends of the nation, is all she wrote. Now, I was hoping that perhaps a few new quests would pop up, maybe a couple different bounties altogether, maybe even a new secret, but I haven't seen anything. I'll take any of the 3 personally, but it's still early on, so I could have just missed it. In any case, if you guys see anything later on the day, anything pops up at all, feel free to comment below and let everyone know what's up. I covered the free Sparrow present Lysander's Cry last week, so here's hoping there's a secret for every week the Dawning is active. In any case, thank you all so much for watching, guys. You guys right here that watch my reset guide religiously, you guys all right here are the reason why I gladly get up at 3:30 in the morning every Tuesday to make a video. Knowing that over 200 people look to my videos for their reset news, that's kind of an honor actually, guys. And I'm glad that some of you are still with me from way back in the day, which has been a huge improvement, man. Remember back when I used to get like 7 views? I was happy when I got 10. Now I'm over 200, sometimes even 500. So thank you for watching, guys. It really means the world to me. As always, hope all of you out there have a Merry Christmas. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then hope your holiday season, however you celebrate it, is full of family, fun, and safety. If you want to stay up to date with everything Destiny, The Division, or Mass Effect Andromeda, follow me on Twitter at SlyNation. I try to keep as up to date as possible, and Twitter gets it first. I'll see you all before the end of the week, so keep an eye out for more videos coming out here real soon. But until then, this is your buddy Sly. Later, y'all.